as much as I once did. My breath stays steady and my eyes stay heavy. I'm stumbling on my words. You have to know this hurt. The truth's truly yours.
Every song I've played right now is Davion. I love that fucking sound. Alright, fuckers. Let's go. Let's go. I spilled all over myself. It's okay. I'm not even gonna wipe it up. We're on that Sigma grind set. How's everyone doing? It's your boy, Trader Mayne, back here with another live stream. Let's get into it. So we've had some awesome videos come out lately. Had an absolutely awesome interview and just kind of chat in general with good buddy Cold Blooded Schiller. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. It was alpha packed. We spoke for like 2 hours. It was very free flowing, open ended, just bouncing off of each other. I think it went really well. Videos performing well. So check that one out. We also had my editor upload a condensed version that was like 20 minutes. So if you just want some, alpha bits without all the other stuff in between, that's up there as well. And we have a new altcoin video that just went up last week as well, 3 days ago or so. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know who you guys want me to talk to next. And if I can get a hold of them and they're interested, I will have them on. I really enjoy those types of conversations. It's just a matter of queuing it up. I want to get Cred on here again. I've had him on in the past, but we've had some technical difficulties. I've been on his show a few times, so would love to get Cred. Would love to get Cred or Don Alt or something like that. I don't know if a guy like Pentoshi would want to dox his voice. Maybe he does. I don't know, but I'm more than happy to ask. We've got one coming up soon with SMFX, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, we'll have to know. From you guys, who do you want to hear from, right? Who do you want me to talk to? So I'll do my best to get some more people on, because I do think those are fun. And it's just a nice change from just me yelling at you guys for an hour straight, is to have someone else on there to just kind of counteract my yelling. Cold-blooded Chill, he's got a nice, calm British voice. So it's not just this Canadian fucking accent drilling into your eardrums with facts and knowledge about technical analysis and price action. Sometimes it's nice to switch it up. So, feeling good. Got the chain on right now. The Cuban link. We're sparkling a little bit. We're shining. We're bling blinging. I got the blue shades on, because it's pissing rain in Vancouver. Like, if I could show you what it looks like outside, it's disgusting. There's a rainfall warning. I haven't even seen the sun today, so I said, you know what? Let me put on my fake vitamin D light that I bought off of Amazon. Right? Let me put the shades on, and I'm gonna pretend I'm in Maui, baby. I'm in Mexico right now getting a tan. Except for not. I'm inside my apartment, and it's bullshit. But it's all about mindset. Everything is mindset. I got the rollie on. We got a little something light today. Just the date just. Just the date just. Nothing crazy. Just something light. But you got the blue face. It matches the blue shades. Matches my blue eyes. At least that's how the guy sold it to me. People might be wondering, am I high right now? Am I drunk? No. I'm high on life. I had a great pump at the gym today. Monday chest day. Absolutely out of the park. Went pretty heavy today. Feels good. I'm going to be in some pain tomorrow. I've also been playing basketball again. I joined a men's league. A bunch of old Jewish guys, which is fun. I love playing basketball. I'm not very good, but I try really hard. So I'm stoked on that. But I'm also, I'm on these bad boys here. I don't know if you can make that out. I've been trying these microdose mushrooms. Cause I miss getting high. I don't know. So I'm trying to microdose these mushrooms and make me feeling good, man. I don't know. I've been doing it for about 2 weeks now, and I'm starting to feel good. They're called Uplift, and my spirits are lifted up. Unlike Price. Price looks like shit. So, real quick shout out to Prime XBT, the partners on these streams. We love Prime, our overlords of Prime. We love them so much. It's the only exchange I'm willing to get liquidated on. It's the only one, because I know my money, when I get liquidated, it's going to a good cause. It's going to the overlords at Prime. So I really appreciate y'all using that link. It's helping me out. I'm crushing it numbers-wise with them, and they're really happy. So let's keep that up. Make an account with the link in the description. Deposit some money, but before you deposit money, go to your account tab, use the promo code Mayne50. You get up to a 7% deposit bonus. So if you deposit 10 grand, right, you get a $700 bonus. That's extra money for you to use to pad that margin before you end up getting licked anyways, right? Very key. So shout out to the Prime team. Thank you to you guys for using that link. The numbers have been awesome. So let's keep that up. Make other emails. I don't give a shit what you do. Just sign up to that fucking link. For those of you that are, asking me about getting into the Discord, check out my website, www.tradermayne.com. It has all the information you need to join the Discord. But very simply, if you want to get in the Discord, you need to sign up with the Prime link, DM me, proof that you did it, and you're in. It's completely free, okay? So we're going to look at Bitcoin here. What up, Spaceman? How you doing, man? Spaceman BTC in the building. Love his fucking indicator suite here. What do I got? I got the key levels right here. I got key levels right here. Spaceman BTC. So this is great stuff. Definitely check out his indicator. Yeah, I live in Canada, bro. There's a Canadian flag on my fucking hat. I say about. I say A. I say fucking A. And I talk about being from Canada all the time. Okay, so let's talk about Bitcoin. So I posted a chart on Twitter, and I talked about us reclaiming this low. So this is actually a chart from Discord from a few days ago. So basically, we're kind of just doing shit fuck all right now. This is not ideal trading conditions. So something that you need to learn about yourself as a trader is what conditions are most suitable to the style of trading that you do, right? So for me personally, I do really well in strong trending environments, right? And I also do very well when there is a clear defined range, shorting near the range highs, longing near the range lows. You guys remember back when we were ranging here, we were rinsed in the range, right? We were rinsed in the range. So those are the conditions I do very well. When we're in this type of kind of tight consolidation pattern with, lack of volatility, it's not something that is in line with how I enjoy trading and where I see success. The only way you're going to know that about your style of trading and figure out what market conditions work for you is just time in the market, right? Just experience. So having experience trading in ranging environments, trading in trending environments, you're going to know what you like. Are you a high time frame trader, right? You're okay being in a position for multiple days. Are you a low time? I'm chewing this gum so hard it's going to turn into fucking dust. Are you a low time frame trader and you need to be out of a position before you go to bed, right? These are things that you need to learn about yourself as not just a trader, but what is your personality really relate? What is the relationship between how you trade and how it relates to your personality? Does it make sense? If you're a fast twitch person, maybe you have to be a scalper, right? Because it just goes with what how you react to things. You like to be on the low time frame. You like to see things happen quickly. If you're a little bit more patient and you're okay waiting between setups or being in setups and waiting, maybe a positional or swing trader makes more sense for you. But just as much as you need to know what environments you enjoy trading in, you also need to know what environments you don't want to trade in. So right now, what's happening with the market, this is not an area where I have a huge edge. Like when we're making clear lower highs and lower lows, right? And we're trending down, I'm looking for shorts the entire way. Now that we're kind of rounding off, yeah, we're in a range here. What the fuck is this? I'm banning everyone who uses my TradingView. My TradingView account is like the fucking town Netflix account. I got like fucking 15 people using it, and it's fucking bullshit. What is this? Yeah, we're in a range, but we're right around the middle here, right? So if this is your month of March, right? Outside of this little blip here, you know, March has done very little, right? So think of, I mean, obviously you had this move up, sorry, too, but this is more so the last, what is the start date here? This is March 5th to now. So the last 10 days, other than this pump that fully retraced, for the last 10 days, we're in a very small range. So while I do well in ranging environments, right? Right now, we're just kind of sitting here. Lack of volatility. It's been 10 days. Not much has happened. I've had too many instances where I've lost money trying to catch the breakout here, catch the breakdown here, catch the breakout, catch the breakdown during these periods of really, really minimal volatility, and you just end up getting chopped up, right? To me, these are choppy market conditions, right? I don't think this is chop. This is a downtrend. But what we've experienced over the last 10 days, you could argue is pretty choppy, right? We have quick move to the downside, fully retraced. Quick move to the upside, fully retraced. Move to the downside, fully retraced. And it's just been kind of going sideways. And then outside of this, right, the range has been very small. So if you look here, you know, this is like a 5% range that we've been kind of locked in. So it's not something that I'm interested in trying to force a trade into, right? I'm not trying to force a trade into here because I don't have a clear bias right now, or I hadn't until we saw this most recent move. So I've been chilling. I did not catch this move, and I'm okay with that. I thought we were going to run the low here, right, before this move happened. So I didn't catch it, and that's fine. I'll wait for the next trade, right? I made good money on these moves down, so I'm fine. I thought we were going to run this low. We didn't. Low rally, completely retraced, which I don't think is great. And now we're just back in this low box here, right? So high time frame, still very much in a downtrend. However, price has started to round off a little bit. And I talk about this in that stream with Cold Blood Schiller, right? But I talk about the angle at which price is moving, right? So when price is moving very strong in a downtrend, right? Well, how does a downtrend end? Well, price starts, the slope of the line gets less and less, right? So this would be your aggressive sell-off, right? Less aggressive, and then it's almost going sideways, and then eventually it either goes sideways or it starts to move up. And that's kind of what we've seen here, right? We've seen this very strong sell-off, and now the slope of that sell-off, right, is getting a little less, and to the point now where we've actually got a little bit of an uptrend forming here. So what we need to determine is this going to break to the upside or the downside, right? If you kind of just want to be a shapes guy, right? What would you call this? Some sort of, I don't know, asymmetrical triangle? I don't know. But this is what I see. I see a clear resistance level, and I see higher lows. That's what I see, okay? So to me, the most obvious long is going to be a breakout of this upside level. And I know that that's a far away from here. It doesn't mean you can't get long before, but if we're going to go to 50K, right, it has to break this area of resistance. Okay? So we could come up here and then sell off again. So this is absolutely going to be one of your targets for an upside move, is this high, around 45 to 46,000. This is very clear resistance. We now have higher lows here. So what does this really show us? So someone just said it's an ascending triangle, right? And then this would be, I guess, a descending triangle. Ascending triangles usually break up. Descending triangles usually break down. Right? That's what someone who's like a pattern-focused trader might tell you. They might say, because they learned it on baby pips and now they're charging you $300 a month for it, they're going to say, this is what happens when this happens, and this is what happens when that happens. Context matters more than the actual shape or pattern. I have no issues with head and shoulders. I have no issues with triangles, with whatever the fuck you want to use, whatever kind of, you want to draw some spirals on your chart and get crazy. I don't give a shit. Context matters more than the actual pattern. Where did the pattern occur? Right? Because could you not argue this is kind of like an ascending triangle? What's the difference between here and here? Well, this one's happening after a big blow off the top rally in an uptrend, and then it breaks down. This one is happening after a huge sell-off, and price looks like it might be bottoming, right? So the difference is where did it happen, right? Context, where did it happen? Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Have we just seen a large move? Have we seen a large sell-off, right? Where did the pattern happen? Then go and find the pattern. First, figure out the bias. Where are we in price? Where are we in terms of the trend? And then go ahead and draw whatever fucking patterns you want on there. But all I see when I look at these patterns is price is coming to a point, right? It's, what's the fucking word? What's in these fucking mushrooms? Price is converging, right, to a point. We're losing volatility, right? Whereas at the start of the triangle, right, the lines are very far apart, so you have big ranges. And as you get to the apex, right, price is converging. Converging is the word I was looking for, you motherfuckers. Right? Price is converging. Which means what? Decrease in volatility, right? Volatility is waning. Bruce waning. New Batman, by the way. Goated. If I were to throw the Bollinger Bands on here, what do you think the Bollinger Bands are doing? Old John Bollinger. Follows me on Twitter, by the way. Right? Bollinger Bands are converging. Generally, what does this mean? It's a sign that volatility is coming. Okay? So if you go look back here, look what we had. Same thing, right? Bollinger Bands converging. There's your volatility. Bollinger Bands converging, volatility. So that's all that this shit shows, right? That's all that this shit shows. Is it just shows you that price is converging, right? We're compressing to a point, and there is, in my opinion, going to be a big move. How many times do I have to press this to get my fucking lines back? Come back, you son of a bitch. How is this possible? They're gone. My lines are gone. I hate TradingView. All right. But price is compressing, right? So we are going to see volatility soon. This reminds me a lot of this. We're going way back. Right? Way back. Right? Where people were losing their fucking minds here about the lack of volatility, and then we finally had it. I'm not saying that this is going to break down the same way that we did, because this was more of a descending triangle, right? So this was like a descending triangle that eventually just broke down. But what I'm saying is maybe this is how the bottom forms. Maybe what it is the inverse, right? But what we're seeing is smaller and smaller moves. This move is huge. This move is huge. Smaller, 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 and then eventually volatility. So that's where I think we're at now. I think we're at a point now where we're going to see a big move happen soon. Now the question is, how do you get in? Do you get in on the long side? Do you get on the short side? How do you know? No. Hey, yo, let's go. Who told me that? Get Reckles. Thank you, bro. You're a king. You're an absolute king. I spit this gum out. It's disgusting. It's like liquefying. I'm chomping so hard. Right? So price is converging here. So to me, the best way to play this kind of move is you either need to have some sort of low time frame deviation play where you can clearly define your risk, right? Or you need to wait for a move above key levels and see reclaims. So the levels that I'm looking at here are these, okay? So this happened yesterday over the weekend. So what do I mean by deviation? I wanted to see these lows, this low get run. Now we have kind of equal lows here. So I don't love that. To me, that's an area that still could get run. But what I do like is this. We had that news that COVID was back in China, right? Like they had a record number of cases, the market sold off, and we completely engulfed that move. So I liked that price action to start the week, right? We took out all of these lows, reclaimed it right away. It reminds me of this move here, right? It reminds me of this, right? Took out these lows, reclaim right away, retest, big rally, right? So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Look at this is a fractal to me, right? There's your low, there's your deviation, reclaim the low, hopefully see expansion, right? So that's kind of what I'm watching here on Bitcoin on the 4 hour. Basically, I've entered a long. I entered a long as soon as we closed this candle back in. I bought on this pullback here, right? So I'll tell you exactly what my entry is. My entry is 38,770. So I entered in like on this kind of down candle right here, was underwater for a bit, was up decently, and now, I mean, I don't like that this candle's fully retracing, but normally I wouldn't long here, but because we ran this low, this is you're wrong here, right? You have a very clear invalidation. If we lose this low now, we're definitely going to these lows and we'll probably puke a bit lower. So I don't want to be long anymore, right? So you have a clear invalidation after this move happened. And to me, the obvious target here is this. Bearish order block that sent us down 41,600 up to 42,600. So this range, this would be the long. Stop here, okay? So I'm in that trade now. Okay, so if we get a little bit into the zone, let's say we TP at 42. My entry is better than this too. Hold on here. Okay, so I'm looking at 2.5R, probably 2R to a little bit over 2R to my first TP. Okay, so that's the only reason why I took this long here. I had no interest in longing. Originally, my plans on Discord were not to long until we got above here. I said if we get above here, I think we go to at least 45.6, right? So above this swing high here, said I think we at least go to here, which is that range high. And then if we do some sort of deviation above here and back below, I'm shorting back down into here. Or if we reclaim this 45,600 level, which we might, we've had, 1, 2, 3 taps of the area, so we could break it on this go. And if we do, then I'm targeting up here towards 50, right? But we're still in a downtrend. So I'm being very aware that at resistance levels, if we see weakness, I'm looking to short. So rather than just long from here and just not close any, I would close some here. And if we see something bearish, I'm looking to short it, okay? So the only reason I took the long is because we had this quick move and a reclaim. Now, if this move just fully retrace all the way fucking back down and I get stopped out, well, then fuck, I'm out of the trade and I'm waiting. We do have higher lows here. I think a trend line is pretty easy here. If we break back below these lows and then retest, you could probably short this thing if you wanted to, right? But every move up, full retrace instantly. move up, full retrace instantly. Move up, full retrace instantly. It's not exactly what you want to see. Move up, full retrace. If you're a bull, right? You want to see bullish PA. The only thing bullish right now is we're putting in higher lows. So if these higher lows start to get violated, right? Like this is now a swing low. If I go out to the daily here, right? Like we're putting in a swing low here. Like these are your first two lows. I don't know where you want it. I don't draw trend lines, but are we going wick to wick, tip to tip, tit for tat? I don't know. But basically, if we lose this upsloping line, I think we puke down to 30. So bulls really want to hold around here. And, you know, for a squeeze, I think 41,500 is a decent area to look for, okay? So is everyone on I know I'm a little bit manic right now, but is everyone understanding what I'm fucking saying? Why I longed here, why this is my invalidation, why this is my target, and then the continuation plan to here, and possibly continuation to here. And then also, if we get this kind of action up here, I'm shorting. If we get this kind of action here, if we come up to this and do this, well, guess what? You're short. Right? Same shit as this. Okay? Is everyone on the same page? Did that make sense? Okay, so I'm not just a crazy person. Why I don't use trend lines? Because they're fucking dumb. I'm just kidding. I don't use trend lines for the same reason that I like math. So growing up, I was always very analytical. You wouldn't guess it hearing me speak. You would be like, this guy's actually mentally challenged. But I'll have you know that I actually was a very high achiever in school, specifically in math. And I think years of social media, smoking pot, not having to work very hard, recently at least, and using calculators has ruined my brain from the ability to do mental math, because I used to be super good at it. But I was always very analytical, and the reason I was drawn to math at a young age is because there was only one right answer, right? Like, yeah, you could get points for your work, right? If you show yourself writing the equation out and you're putting all the inputs in, you show your work, right? You get points, but if you got the answer wrong, you're fucking wrong, right? And I love that because I knew that there was only one answer. So I would smoke math, and then I'd go write an English paper, and my teacher just didn't like me because, if you can believe it, I have ADD. Some might say ADHD, and to those people I might say fuck you, but probably right. So I was always very good at school, but I also had a very hard time paying attention, and I would distract other students, right? So like in Canada, you get like a letter grade, A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever. And then you get a, I don't even know, like a work ethic grade. So it was like good, satisfactory, or needs improvement. So I had straight A's and straight N's for needs improvement. And the comments were like, does really well in tests and knows lots of answers, but like constantly distracting the class, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck you, Mrs. Hooker. That was my English teacher's name, bitch. So I'd write this killer paper, but she just didn't like me. And so she would give it shitty marks, right? And it pissed the fuck out of me because I was like, what the fuck? There's too much subjectivity, right? Too much subjectivity in English. I like math. There's one right answer. You might not like me, but my answer's right. You got to give me the fucking points, you know? And so that's my problem. Now we're going back to what the fuck I was actually talking about with trend lines, right? Trend lines are so subjective, right? Horizontal lines are objective. So if I'm going to say, we'll use Spaceman's level here. This is the previous monthly low. There's no subjectivity there. That's the level. You know, the yearly open is like here. Like that's the yearly open. There's no subjectivity around it. That's the level. There's one level and that's it, right? This is a bearish order block. This exact level. This is our all-time high, right? Our previous all-time high. So I like that there's no subjectivity. You can choose what levels you want to mark, but you can't, your monthly open's the same as my monthly open, right? Whereas every time I see a trend line guy, right, like, you know, there's like all these people who do these trend lines and they always post a new chart. And no matter what they do, right, like their trend line was this, right? And then price dumps through it. And then the next day, they're like, see? Look at that. And you're like, well, what the fuck? I thought your trend line was this one. What happened to this trend line? Right? Or like, oh, this is your downtrend, right? This is your downtrend. Remember all the downtrend boys when we broke out of the downtrend or whatever? And then we dumped right back in, right? Oh, but now it's testing the, like, what is the rules? I don't know. I feel like there's just too much subjectivity and people are constantly moving the trend lines to fit within their bias. You cannot mold the horizontal line. The horizontal line goes where the horizontal line goes. And you can't edit it to make it seem like it's better than it is. Like if you're using the yearly open, there's one level, right? And that's it. Now, I'm not saying that trend lines can't be used well. Some great traders I know use trend lines. I'm just saying for the most part, I find a lot of people use trend lines as a way to fit their bias into the chart, right? They're doing analysis that fits with what their bias is, right? So they're like, I'm bullish, so I'm going to find bullish trend lines, as opposed to saying, let's see what the chart's actually telling me and then do the analysis and then make a decision. They're just saying, well, I want to be bullish, so I'm going to draw a fucking nice old up-sloping trend line, right? That's just me. It doesn't mean that it's not good. I'm just, I'm just talking a bunch of shit. So fuck you and your trend lines, bitch. Okay, so I think everyone's clear on Bitcoin, right? Exactly. Trend lines are English class. Horizontal lines are fucking calculus. We love calculus. All right, does anyone have any questions about Bitcoin specifically before we move on to Ethereum? The only short scenario I could see where we are right now is low time frame. So if we look at this like this, right, you could argue that this is our breakdown and this is a lower high, right? So you could say, okay, well, we've got a low here, a low here that got broken. You could argue that this is a short as it stands right now. So if we come up and do this, you could short it like this if you want. So it's basically the inverse of this setup, right? If this setup is a long, based on this being the deviation, this setup could be a short based on this being a deviation. So it's kind of a coin flip right now. I liked my trade a whole lot better before it fully retraced the breakout. Let's just put it that way. But when I started the stream, it looked like this. So I liked it a lot more than I like it now, obviously, that it's fully retracing the move. But this is, you could argue, like, if you're bear bias, here's your stop, right? If you're a bear, your stop is right here. Just like if you're a bull, I think your stop is right here. And one of these two positions is about to get stopped out pretty soon, I think. Probably this week. But yeah, I don't love how this is fully retracing back to my entry almost immediately. Okay, this time I have lost my lines. Every time I use the replay tool, it deletes my fucking lines. Never use the replay tool. Fucking trading view. Bastards. Okay, so I don't know. We'll wait and see, but you could argue that this is like breaking down right now. I don't know. Too hard to say. If we lose this swing low, probably goes down. Like, it should hold here. I guess it could technically come lower, but it should hold right around here where it is. Should hold in this consolidation here that led to the breakout. Should hold. If it doesn't, probably going to go lower. But I still ultimately believe, even if we squeeze higher from here, still ultimately believe we trade lower. Not saying I know for sure, but I don't know. I'm not completely convinced that 30K is out of the cards yet. I would love to be wrong, but you guys have my plan now. Level to level, right? That's all we do. So we had a level, I think, around here. I think I wrote out 45,600, right? We had our 2 levels here. Or no, sorry. Should redraw them for you guys. Right? We had our deviation level here. Now we've had a deviation to the upside, so we might as well mark it. So we're waiting, right? Lose this low, lower. Regain this high, at least to here. Above here, at least to here. And then dream scenarios up there, but I don't know. Yes, I'm aware if I hold shift, that's why these look straight. I was using my other drawing tool, this thing. I bet you thought that was a cock, didn't you? You sick fuck. So there's lots of you know, one thing that could be viewed as bullish is there's lots of bearish catalysts out there, and we're still trading like right around 40,000, right? You know, we've got China going back onto lockdown. We've got crazy inflation rates. You know, we have the war not stopping in Ukraine, more sanctions on Russia, you know, escalated talks. We've got FOMC tomorrow. So I don't know. Like, does the government just start printing money again? Print us out of the war? I have no idea what's going to happen. But so there's a lot of bearish catalysts that the market has kind of survived through, right? Whereas you would think Bitcoin would be trading lower based on all of the bad news that has come out, but it hasn't. It's holding up pretty well. Stocks don't look good, right? Like, this looks ready to puke. I've talked about this before. This looks ready to puke. And if it does, I think Bitcoin's going down with it. I think the worry that you have to have as a Bitcoin bull is the fact that we're in the environment right now that every Bitcoin maxi has told you that Bitcoin is built for, right? The Canadian government freezing people's bank accounts, a pandemic, war, super high inflation, the erosion of your dollar's spending power. All of these things are like, yeah, this is what Bitcoin is built for, and Bitcoin looks like shit. Bitcoin's performing like a risk asset, which is not what you want, right? If Bitcoin is what it is, it should not be performing like a risk asset. It should be thriving during these times, where I've always kind of been in the camp of like, Bitcoin just trades like a fucking jacked up version of the S&P 500. And I still believe that. So we do have to wait and see, because if stocks and tech continue to crater, I find it hard to believe that Bitcoin is not going to crater as well. So I'm still leaning bearish. I still think we go lower. I think if stocks and equities, stocks, tech continue to go down, and yeah, I think Bitcoin probably goes down with them. Does it mean we can't go up in the short term? We definitely can. I've laid out plans for as high as 50K at this point. But be aware that if we lose some of these levels to the downside, 30K is the next major level that I'm looking at if we start breaking down. So if you want to draw a trend line, right, here's your trend line. If we come below here, like we're going down here, okay? Or if you want to use the bodies, we're right at that support. We need to hold this uptrend badly if you're a bull, but I'm still of the mindset that we eventually trade lower, even if we go higher a bit first. Just based on the state of the world, the way that equities look, like this looks bad, That is a hideous close yesterday, and we've started off the day down on stocks. The futures already trading down. So this looks like it wants to puke. If you look at Apple, this looks bad, right? You look at Microsoft. Microsoft like BitBoy's dick. Small and soft because he has erectile dysfunction. Lack of blood flow from years of a high cholesterol, intense, fatty, sugar-based diet. Like this doesn't look good. Doesn't look good, right? So if stocks, if tech specifically, with the biggest companies in the world, which make up the lion's share of the S&P 500, if they all look like they're ready to puke, and the S&P 500 looks like this, what's to say that a lot of these companies aren't going to look like this? I'm not saying they're going to go this bad, like PayPal absolutely cratered, but a lot of these companies, like this is not in the S&P 500. Well, yeah, it is. But a lot of these companies, tech companies, look really fucking bad. Visa's not really tech, but doesn't look great. What's another tech company we can look at? Netflix. Right? Looks bad. Facebook. Oh, wait. Meta. Like Meta World Peace. Meta. Right? Not good. Right? So a lot of like not PayPal, but like Apple and Microsoft, they look like they're here. Right? So we gotta wait and see. If this happens across tech and equities pukes, Bitcoin's going to 30K. But hopefully we can squeeze up before we continue down and we can get in some potential longs and then maybe into some shorts. So I've laid out the plans. I think they're pretty straightforward. If you have any questions at this point, God help you. I'm just kidding. But let me know, okay? Let's look at Ethereum here quick. God, if I just would have held my short. So my problem is I'm really good at finding swing trades, and then I enter them, and then I treat them like scalps, and I exit way too early. So if you guys remember, I talked about being bearish on Ethereum at 3150. 3-day bearish order block. We came in, retested it, closed below. I was like, this is a short, and that was the literal top, and I like closed it here. And then I had an opportunity to reshort here, closed it right away, and I missed all of this downside. So that's fucking sweet. Right? We talked about this short, and then we talked about this lower high short as well. And then another lower high. I mean, this just looks like it's, again, like Bitcoin, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Yes, we're in an uptrend in this sense, but again, I think it's precarious here, to say the least. So we got to wait and see. I don't really have a trade on Ethereum like I do on Bitcoin. We came into my key weekly level that basically formed the low. So if you look at that weekly order block there, that was the fucking low to like the dollar. The low was 2160. That level is 2167. So that's fucking sick. If I would have longed it, which I didn't. The other weekly level here, right here, that ends up being that low there, okay? So we're trading above, we got a nice reaction at those lows. We're putting in higher lows, right? But what I don't like to see, for example, is this is a bullish order block here, okay? We rallied away, retest it, tiny bounce, back in it right away. So this is not the kind of action you want to see from a bullish order block, right? You want to see, I want to see the move away, right? And then a retest, and then I want to see another higher high, right? So Ethereum needs to get above, just like Bitcoin needs to get above 41,500. Ethereum needs to get above here for me to want to long it into these highs here. Because otherwise, this looks like it's just making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. And it could even come up here and then down. I don't know, but it for sure needs to get above 27.75. I think, for me to get long, or give me some sort of sweep, right? So some sort of move below, just like Bitcoin did. Give me a place to define my risk on a long and give me a clear and obvious target, right? There's your risk, there's your entry, there's your target. Right now, if you're going to long Ethereum, where's your idea wrong? Is it here? Is it here? Or is it all the way down here? Because if it's all the way down here based on this order block, and this is your first target, that risk reward does not make sense, right? And if you're going to put your stop here just so the risk reward makes sense, well, is your idea wrong below there, or is it actually not wrong till there, but you're just putting your stop there so the risk reward's better, right? So I don't have a clear setup on Ethereum, and I'm okay with that. I don't need to be in a trade on Ethereum right now. I can wait. I believe we have FOMC tomorrow, so probably don't really want to enter any margin positions personally, other than this one that I'm already in, until that resolves itself. The dollar is breaking out, right? This is breaking out, so if I'm betting on what the dollar does, right? This looks like it wants to continue higher. Stocks look like they want to trade lower. We basically came up to my weekly level, sold through, retested, closed below, retesting again. I don't know. Maybe I wake up tomorrow and there's a big green candle here. Obviously, that would be sweet, but yeah. So that's all I got, guys. We're at just under an hour. I'm going to take a quick piss. Let me know what charts you want me to take a look at, and then we'll wrap it up, okay? It's a Dubai banger I'm about to play for you guys.
J'aurais supporté les larmes qui me traversent le corps et qui font couler mes larmes. J'aurais supporté les balles, dissocier le bien du mal, les yeux recouverts d'un voile. Mais j'ai su voir dans ton âme, j'y ai vu de nombreuses vagues et des plantes qui se fanent. Donc j'ai dû briser le vase qui contenait ton esprit. Ya Habibi, tu es tombé comme la pluie. T'as déboulé dans ma petite vie, dans ma ville comme un ovni. Puis t'es parti comme le jour qui laisse place à la nuit. Et quand t'es parti, ton absence a laissé place à l'ennui.
هقول لك كلمة واحدة أبرك من كلام كتير. ما بعرفش أكون رومانسي لكن عليكي بغير. مش بثبت لك إني جامد ولا عايز أبان تقيل. أنا بناديكي يا حبيبي بناديكي. تعالي لي بناديكي. أنا هنا بناديكي. تعالي لي بناديكي يا حبيبي بناديكي. أنا هنا بناديكي يا حبيبي بناديكي يا حبيبي.
Ya Habibi, tu es tombé comme la pluie. T'as déboulé dans ma petite vie, dans ma ville comme un ovni. Puis t'es parti comme le jour qui laisse place à la nuit. Et quand t'es parti, ton absence a laissé place à l'ennui.
مالي أنا ومالها مالها خليها في حالها حالها مش هغر شكلها.
Dave, we know that you're gay, bro. You think you can sneak that by me? I got gaydar like you wouldn't believe. The song's called Ya Habibi. Habibti, please. It's a Dubai banger, bro. That's what the fuck it is. Get used to it. Okay? Ooh. I'm fucking tired, man. I went out on Saturday. I got bottles at this bar here in Vancouver. It's a good time. BC just got rid of the mask mandate, like just now. I know the rest of the world's already done with COVID. We just got rid of the mask mandate like 3 days ago. So you can finally go places without having a fucking mask on. Thank God. And so I knew that the bars were going to be lit. Like, I knew people were going to be going crazy because everyone's going to be like, look at my face. And they have full capacity and shit like that. So I was like, let's go out, let's get the homies together. couple of chicas, you know, papas fritas for the chicas. I don't even know what that means. And let's get a little lit. And so we did. So we had a big night out Saturday. Felt like shit all day yesterday, hence the no stream. Barely even played Elden Ring. I was so hungover. That's how you know I was hungover. I barely even played Elden Ring. And then I couldn't fall asleep, man. I went and laid down at like 1 a.m. and I was just tossing and turning till fucking like 6 in the morning. It sucks. So I need to find a way, because I used to smoke pot to fall asleep, and now it's like if I want to sleep, I can't. And my sleep schedule is fucked. Like I need to drug myself back to normalcy. So I don't know. Might have to pop a few fucking melatonins or something, or fucking a Xanax. I don't know. French fries for the girls. Ladies love French fries. This is known. So what I said makes perfect sense. Papas fritas por las señoritas. ¿Cómo está? Me llamo Trader Mayne. Yo tengo un pene. Yo tengo un pene más fuerte. You know? Okay, I don't like melatonin. It gives me nightmares. God, I hate the way that this candle looks. Spin kick. I see that you made the joke already. Have you tried watching one of your own streams and then I didn't react and neither did anyone in the chat? So you tried to make the joke again and it still didn't work, bro. You're not funny. No one cares who you are or what you have to say. I was just going to let it slide, but you had to come back and make the same joke twice because you're like, he didn't see it, or people don't think I'm funny. It's just not funny, dude. I mean, it's hard to tell me that I'm boring, yet you're sitting here an hour into a stream watching me talk shit, right? So how about you shut the fuck up before I spin kick you in the fucking face? Sound good, dude? Is that a hickey? No, it's a fucking mole. I'm like Marilyn Monroe, except for not a chick and not pretty. Otherwise, the exact same. Does anyone have any... have you ever tried Toad? No, I haven't tried Toad. Has anyone got any questions? Anything that they want to see? Like, you guys know, you've been watching these streams long enough. You know if you come at me, I'm going to come at you with full force. It's the only way I know. 110% maximum effort. Do you have a link for the shrooms that I'm currently taking? Do you live in Canada? If so, DM me and I'll let you know. It's my friend's company. Okay, yeah, Rune. That's a good one to check. Good suggestion, because Rune has been going up on a Tuesday. So, what chart was I looking at? Just one sec. Doesn't this kind of look like Bitcoin, except for we've already broken down, right? Like if I show you this, like, doesn't this kind of look like Bitcoin, but you know, Bitcoin is still trading here. And then it's going to end up by losing the low, right? So you have this, you have this, you have the double top, and then you have the consolidation right above here, and then eventually the puke. Right? Am I crazy? I can't remember just seeing that the other day. But, yeah, I don't know. That looks bad. Okay, let's do Rune. So Rune has been outperforming some of the market, right? So people are like, yo, dude, Rune, holy shit. Oh my God. Until he gets hacked again. So listen, look, Rune over the last handful of weeks outperforming Bitcoin, right? Go to high time frame charts. You have clear weekly SR around this area here, and we've been rallying. What I would say is, we are coming into some resistance here. Right, so we're coming into resistance, but I wouldn't bet against this potentially having the ability to see continuation. Right, that would be the kind of bullish action you want to see, right? So strong move up, broke these highs, so let's get a retest and then a retest of here. But for now, we're coming into resistance, so I wouldn't chase this pump. You do have to realize that, this thing is up since, basically the start of the month. It's already up over 100%, right? So there's always money to be made, even in a bear market or even in a downtrend, but this is up 100% already. So can it go up 200%? Sure, but what happened last time this thing rallied? Right? Went up 150%, retraced, and then made a new low. So you just don't want to get caught chasing the pump and riding this thing all the way back down, right? Because that's exactly what most people will end up doing. They'll end up, longing this shit because everyone's talking about it, it's going up, and then it will fully retrace, and they'll eat a huge steaming pile of shit. So you don't want to see that. If it's bullish, it's going to pull back, and it needs to flip this area here. But for now, we're into resistance. If we get above here, I would target up into this high. Okay, this is the BTC pair, right? This is versus BTC. Excuse me. Versus USD, it's basically the same thing, right? So we've had a huge rally here. We're up well over 100%. So again, I wouldn't chase this thing right now. If I'm interested in longing Rune, I want to either long it when it clears. I want to see it clear this consolidation here. I don't know which candle I would pick here. I guess this is technically the weekly order block, but it's huge. Like, I would look for something lower time frame. I don't know. I'm not trying to pick the top on this thing anyways. But we're into this weekly order block here. We're into some resistance. But I wouldn't chase this pump. I would wait. You have a very clear daily order block here that's formed. So if this thing's going to go higher, right, I want to buy it here. Just like, see how this came back, retested? Let's see if we can get a retest here. So if this thing's going to go up more, the long position you would take is hopefully a pullback into here, 6 to 650, and then another leg up rather than chasing this. But be aware, we're up 150% in the last month. So if you're longing this now, you're definitely late, right? Just like if you were longing this, right? A bunch of people chased this pump and then got burnt. So you don't want to be that guy. If you're going to try and get long on this thing, I think at least wait for a retest because we are up a lot. But if you just look at the yearly chart, I have a feeling like this is one of the only altcoins that I've, can think of that's green on the year. Right? So Rune is up. Let's look at FTM. Way down, right? Let's look at way down, way down, way down, way down, way down. FTT, green on the year. Way down, down massively, down horrendous. Never was up. Like, what the fuck is this chart? Oh my God. What is this? Reserve rights perpetual? Yikes. People who own it from up here, your money's gone forever. I'm sorry. It's gone forever. It's gone. Poof. Gone. Crazy. Sand. Way down. Solana, way down. So, like, basically 90% of alts are down massively. Rune and Luna are the only two ones that are green on the year. And, like, the Luna chart, right? Eventually this Ponzi has to collapse, right? But who knows? So maybe Luna is going to be an outlier like Link was in the last bear market, right? So in the bear market of 2018, Link actually, right? In the bear market of 2018 here, Link was in an uptrend, right? So maybe this is Luna. Maybe Luna's right here. Gonna pull back and it's gonna rally. And then like during the bear market though, like Link kind of held its own, right? And then started trending up in 2019. Whereas a lot of other altcoins were going like this, right? So Link was an outlier. So could that be Luna? Or is Luna really just lagging the rest of the market, and it's really more like fucking hell, why does every chart have some bullshit on it? Maybe it's more like this. You know, maybe Luna is just lagging and it's actually right here, equivalent to FTM's here, and this is about to die, right? And Algod's gonna look like a god, and GSR and Do Kwon, or Kwando, Taekwondo, that was racist. Oh fuck. Is gonna just retrace. I don't know, but if you're looking to follow strength, Luna and Rune are the two altcoins that I can see that are actually green on the year. So if you want to long a pullback on an altcoin, why not long the ones that look the strongest, right? So those are Rune and Luna for now. Don't cancel me for that, guys. It just came top of mind. I couldn't help myself. Should I sell my Tron bag? Yes, but when I say yes, I mean you should have sold it like a year ago. God. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. The good news is you have a billionaire who's nuts, who owns the coin, right? So maybe he'll save you. I don't know where you bought in at. I don't know, but it doesn't look good. That looks like a lower high. This looks like a low that is not going to hold. No worries, man. Yeah, so I posted this in Discord, right? I said, listen, there's a chance the top is in on Luna, right? Yeah, we've had this huge move, but we had a weekly swing failure pattern close yesterday. Okay, so if you're gonna now trade this on like the 4 hour or something, okay, I would personally, if we see any sort of move up here, there's two situations where I'd short this. Okay? So if it comes up here and it rejects, I'm shorting with my stop above that SFP. The other way I would short this is if we get a 3 drives. Right? 1, 2, 3. Right, big 3 drives, and I bet you if I look at the RSI, it would line up with a, let's look at it on the higher time frame here, a bearish divergence, right? So we have a big bear div here building, and we just put in a weekly swing failure pattern. So if we either sell off from here, or we go up a little more and then sell off, or if we get the 3 drives and put in a 3rd drive on the RSI, right? One more lower high here with one more higher high here. I think that would be a good sell setup for Luna, to be honest with you. Okay, now get this dirty RSI off of my fucking screen. Get out of here. All right, guys. How do I draw boxes? I'm using this. using this drawing tool. It's called Epic Pen. Look, I can draw this guy. The Nike swoosh. Oh, I fucked up his pants. I fucked up his pants. Now it looks like he's just got a fuck. Oh, I fucked that up too. Now it looks like he's just got a huge butt. But yeah, I can draw. It's fucking, I don't know, Ben Askren. This is what you guys pay the big bucks for. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy. Based on the booty, might be a chick who wears hoodies. I don't know. I don't judge. Okay? Make your own adventure. No, those were pockets. You guys are sick. All right, guys. That's all I got for you today. I know it's not the longest video, but I think we covered Ethereum very well. I think we covered Bitcoin. We looked at Luna. We looked at Rune. We looked at FTM. We talked a lot of shit. I think it was a lot of fun. So if you guys have any questions, obviously let me know. Want to join the Discord? Go to my website, tradermayne.com, for info on that. If there's anything else you want to know, you want to see, you can ask in the Discord. I will be doing another altcoin video this week, so I'll probably record that tomorrow. Hopefully have it out to you guys by Wednesday. And that's all I got, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Spin kick, don't cry, bro. Love you. I don't know what happened to SMFX. I think it's been hard for us to just line up. So we're still trying to tie that in and queue that up. But that is in the books. And if there's anyone else you guys want me to talk to, let me know. Please keep signing up on that Prime link. Like my tweets, like my videos, view the videos. Use that Prime link, deposit some money. You can withdraw it after. I don't care. Just deposit some. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, man. I hope everyone has a good week. And I'll probably be doing an Elden Ring stream probably tomorrow. I don't know yet. Trying to figure it out. But I will talk to you guys all soon. Love ya. See you later.
Some things don't work out. That's why you're saying online to help your doubts. And I tried again and again, but your stupid friends are doing your head.